welcome back to the Our Life Our Way podcast. I don't know what episode we're on, but we're back. I feel like this is our third episode back. Since we've been back, we're trying to be extremely consistent. Give a round of applause for us for that. It's all in the budget, baby. We all just trying to get consistent. I am Suge, your co-host, sitting here, my lovely wife,
Sandra.
And yeah, so today we're probably going to discuss. It's more of like one of those topics that I feel like everybody want to talk about. So, I guess we'll call it financial planning, right?
Yeah.
So, what do we do as far as finances?
If like Suge gives me an allowance, or do we discuss
what we're spending, how we're spending
it? But I think we should take it like all the way back for the people that just starting to listen. Like,
okay.
And if we were one of those couples that did 50-50, because that's really a hot topic.
50-50?
On social media is
do you do 50-50?
Like
as like
what?
A couple?
Yeah. I honestly think or believe whatever works for you and your relationship, do that. Do whatever.
I mean, that's always. I think that's always the key thing to do when you're in a relationship. Like whatever works best for you should be how you should move.
And every relationship is different too.
1,000%. 1,000%. So, you want to take it back? Should I take it back?
I can take it back. I mean, I asked you to move in with me.
After she slid in my DMs. We're gonna note that right here. Mm-hmm. So at the 153 mark, we got him. We got him. We got him.
That's a different topic. Yeah, I asked you to move in with me in my apartment, and
she was trying to get me pay all her bills, y'all.
Lies. I was not. I was already paying all my bills.
She was, and now she wants some relief. That's the whole point.
I had relief. My bills wasn't high. Like, let's just be 100. It wasn't high. So I was able to do
whatever she wanted to do.
Yeah, I was comfortable. You know, always could do better, but I was comfortable. But did you just press a button?
Girl, don't worry about what I got going on this side of the table. Like, I had to mute my mic. Yo, this shit is so fancy over here. I had to mute my mic because I had to cough, right? I'd do like some, and I didn't want to do it on mic. So I muted it. So you can't, where I'm talking now, you can't hear me talking.
I'm be sniffing the whole time. But anyway, so.
You gotta like give me like a hand signal, like.
But even in me asking him to move in, he's like, well, how much is your rent? And like.
So I want to know. I thought you was trying to get me.
Okay, well, I'll take care of that. Like, and you still ain't seen no paperwork, so I probably could have got you. Like, but it was like unbelievably low, especially compared to what people are paying today for the same thing.
I mean,
the same probably apartment. I'm pretty sure he's charging them up. I just wasn't getting that charge. But
I mean, if I look back, right? So this was 2016. 2017. Okay, so if I look back, 2016, I was in the apartment. Prior to moving in with my aunt, I was in an apartment up northeast, and I had a 2-bedroom apartment. Me and my dog, Ace, and I was paying $1,100 a month. So when I moved in the apartment, it was half. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah, I can definitely afford this. My job didn't change.
So it worked out for you.
Like I actually made it out. Like I actually pimped her.
You wasn't paying nothing because you was staying with your aunt.
That's not true. I was paying.
You was paying your aunt, but you wasn't paying.
I wasn't paying
real rent. Anyway, you wasn't paying real rent at all.
Okay, so now Flex made me seem like a bum.
No,
so let's provide some quick. Let's provide some true backstory here. For everybody that don't know.
Just a short backstory.
It's going to be quick.
You moved in with your aunt to pay for school. That's the end of the story. So whatever he was giving his aunt, he was giving his aunt.
She's telling my story.
Because you were going to draw it out and...
I feel like she don't want me to give my shine off. Well, so I made a huge sacrifice,
Here we go. Make it sound good.
I made a huge sacrifice for the betterment. I was outside one day in the rain. And
sleeping on your floor.
No, I want to stop. You gotta stop.
Come on.
Yo,
stop
chill.
Because you're about to be one of those people.
No, I'm telling you my story. Yo, I gotta tell my truth how I want to tell my truth. You a hater. God gonna strike you down.
Okay.
So what happened was, I was outside in the rain one day and it just, she was being a hater. So I was outside in the rain one day and it started pouring the fuck down. I'm like, you know what? This is not gonna work for me. I gotta move. I gotta better my life. I'm not lying. This is a factual story. Like I can tell you.
Go ahead. I never heard this story. Go ahead. Continue improvising your story.
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna punch you in your nose because that's gonna sound crazy. But and then she got bruises on her, so I don't want you to think I'm abusive. It wasn't me. It was Jamaica. Oh, not Jamaica. It was Cancun. Wow. Not even drunk yet. Anyway, I was out. Long story short, I moved in with my aunt, gave her my apartment so I can pay for school. School cost me a lot of bands to finish. So in order to do that, I moved in with my aunt to go pay them bands.
And he did finish.
And I did finish.
Most important part.
Which is the most important part. Round of applause for me for following through with shit.
So yeah, buttons. That was that. So would you agreed to pay the rent?
The rent. And a few bills.
No, I think it was just the rent. I was paying gas and electric.
Oh shit.
We didn't have like cable.
So we didn't have we had Wi-Fi.
We didn't have Wi-Fi.
We were still in Wi-Fi.
I
don't even want to get into that topic, but she was
we still in Wi-Fi.
Do I want to touch that?
No.
I don't want to touch that.
That's another topic.
I don't want to touch that.
So
let's just say women are very, very crazy. Look at me when I see you.
No, you can look at me when I was. No, anyway.
And I found out later, but, whatever.
Anyway, but yeah, I didn't really have a lot of expenses. So, like, even when I got on his insurance, I still paid my part of the car insurance.
Yes.
I still paid. I sent you money for something else.
That was it.
I feel like it was something else besides the car insurance.
It wasn't the cell phones. I covered the cell phones.
No, it might have been the cell phones at first. Yes. So. It was two things.
I don't think so.
It just wasn't like 100 something for the car insurance. But I sent you money twice a month, like for two different things that we split in half. And I think it was the phone bill and that.
Tomato.
Yeah. Or maybe it was something else, but it was definitely two things we split. Food, we really didn't.
We ate out.
Yeah. Like.
She's trying not to say it without being like an asshole.
I don't. We
ate out a lot.
We bought Herbalife.
And she didn't cook. She didn't cook.
I meal prep.
She didn't cook.
I meal prep. Stop it.
You did.
Stop it.
My bad.
Like.
Go ahead.
You see how fast they forget? But anyway. Yeah, so that was like, yeah. But, yeah, it wasn't a lot of expenses anyway. So, that's what worked for us.
Yeah, I mean, initially in the beginning, I would say
it all helped.
It was like, it probably was 55-45.
It all helped because I'm not paying 100% now, right?
Maybe it was 60-40. It might have been closer to 55-45 in terms of like the split. I know. It was
pretty fair.
It was pretty fair.
It wasn't like.
No, I mean it was.
You were doing way out of, you know what I mean, coming in and doing way know what I mean.
Much.
Yeah.
I wasn't coming in hot. Not at all. I'm coming in very, very lukewarm.
And it wasn't like I still was like, going out of my way either. So it was like.
Yeah, she was saying that's correct. She was saving.
We didn't save together.
Well,
at all.
To be fair, she might have saved.
No,
you saved the rent money. You had to pay the rent. So the shit
you still paid. Saved.
The shit you still paid.
I don't know where it went.
Well, that might be true too. But the things you still
paid. That's the thing about us.
The things you still paid were things you're already paying. Mm-hmm. So.
Of course, the extra money.
Yeah, so the extra money.
It was extra money somewhere. Whether it was to go out and eat and I pay the bill that day.
Likely, but go ahead.
Like, sometimes, but.
You know what's funny?
Sometimes.
I'm on social media. And I was watching this guy, and he asked women questions like, hey, so the roles are reversed. Like, what do you do for a living? Does she have to work? Like, what do you bring to the table? Like I bring she's like, I bring like charm and peace and all this unnecessary, unmeasurable shit, right?
I feel like that's not a fair question.
What do you mean?
What do you bring to the table?
It's a very valid question.
I am the table. Get the hell out of here.
Bye. Oh, so what's at your table?
Like,
watch this.
I'm just saying.
This is how you get it. Watch this. Miss Table.
I'm married. I'm married. But if somebody asked me back then that question, I'm immediately turned off because you're in this for the wrong thing. Bye bye.
Yo, so
good night. Have a good night.
What is it for?
Like, no, don't ask me what you bring to the table. You can, if you learn a person and you're going out with a person, I think you can understand, like you can grasp that without asking that direct question. You can see they handle their own shit. You can see they might not need you for nothing. You can see that y'all go out and you handle the bills sometimes. Like, you can, how they treat you matters. When you say that unmeasurable bullshit like charm and how they treat you, you can get all of that without asking that question. Like,
but the question is more direct.
The question is definitely like you can't ask that the first date, the second. You can date a person and figure out they not gonna add value to anything in my life. You don't have to add. You don't have to say that at the first date, the second date. You can tell. You can probably tell from the first or second date that they're not going to add no value to your life. Because that's what people are looking for. What kind of value are you going to add to my life? Are you going to be a good mother? Because you're looking like a trashy one.
You won't know that until like.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can get to know somebody and be like, they're not a good dad. They're not a good mom. They're horrible to their family. They're broke. Like, you can date somebody and kind of tell immediately if they're the type of person you want to deal with long term. Without asking, what do you bring to the table?
But I wasted 8 months fucking around trying to figure out what you got going on.
It ain't got to be 8 months.
Now.
It might be 8 days.
And now I'm stuck.
But it ain't got to be 8 months.
But in today's society, 8 days might take 5 months.
You think so? I don't think that.
I mean,
and that's
I'm
going on top
of
that. But I'm saying I don't think it takes
8 dates is a lot of dates.
Months.
That's a lot of dates.
That's not a lot of dates.
8 days is a lot of dates.
That's not a lot of dates to me.
That's
not a lot of dates to me, but go ahead.
What is the reasonable number for a man to spend on the first date?
That varies. This is going on top of it. I mean, it's still financial, right?
I'm circling back around.
It still could be financial.
I'm circling back around.
But I don't think I have like
a number.
No, I mean our first date was landmark. We literally was talking on Instagram that same day.
She was talking to me.
After. Cut it out.
I'm gonna stay in
that same day after talking in the DM, we met the same day. Like, we've been following each other, so I mean, I still don't know your killer. She followed me. You don't know that. Stop. I think you follow me. Because I don't even be following people in real life. But go ahead. Like, I follow people back, though, sometimes. But I don't initially follow anybody.
She followed me. Continue.
But anyway, yeah, I feel like good. We went to Landmark. It wasn't and that might have been a you thing.
It was.
Like, which was weird because you wasn't even.
I was
from West Philly or anything like that. They both like kind of in like. Well, on my side of town.
To be fair,
because I was in West. You were all the way up. You were in North or like Northeast. That's where you played. So like. That was your area.
To be fair, I went
you wanted to come to my area?
I went to the gym on City Line Avenue. A lot. So it was that gym and there was gym up Granton Boulevard. LA Fitness. Mm-hmm. So I would go there in the morning to work out at Granton Boulevard.
Maybe that was my gym membership I was paying. No, I think you was paying for my gym membership. But go ahead. Go ahead. It wasn't. I wasn't paying for my gym membership. The more and more she talked, boy, the more and more that gaps get wider. It was like the phone and insurance. But go ahead. It wasn't gym membership.
And then her shoe addiction. No. And then
stop. I don't have a shoe addiction. And then her fucking
hair and nails. And then
that's a lie.
She's got a bunch of shit going on.
What is that? We might have to actually read it. Feedback. We're not getting feedback.
No feedback protection.
The hell?
Yeah, I know what's going on. Our things is working. All my buttons are working.
The devil was trying to stop us. But anyway.
So, okay.
Yeah, we met the same day. So I'm saying that's not like I don't have those kind of expectations when dating. Like, you have to take me to fine dining, even though I like fine dining. You have to take me.
We've never been fine. No, I'm sorry. We might have been fine dining twice. I'm not a fine dining type of nigga.
And I feel like I bent with that.
No, that's not me.
Compromise, bent, gave up. However you want to put it. Oppressed. However you want to put it in a nice
She folded to my fucking, yeah.
Yeah. I love a good hood bar. Don't get me wrong.
I don't.
The drinks are cheap.
My bar's drinks are cheap
no,
too.
your hood is Riel's, like, mine was Fibbers. So, like,
Fibbers is not really a hood.
Again, it's cheap drinks and cheap food. I mean, it's not ratchet.
Yeah, Fibbers
was
cool. I enjoy it, like, but
it depends on your level of hood. You know, mine wasn't as ratchet as he probably thought it was. But
no, Sandra, Fibbers was cool. When she want to start going like
Kiffs,
58th and fucking Market,
60th and Market,
I can't take my gun in there. I don't trust the environment.
I've lived there, so
and that's fine too.
I'm comfortable.
Well, that's where she's from, and also that's another disconnect between men and women because women don't tend to see the things men see. Sometimes in certain environments, they're viewing it differently, right? So they're viewing it as, oh, it's just cool, neighborhood, guys, girls, da-da-da-da. But men are viewing it like, yo, no. This bull's over there, watching everything everybody doing.
Then so are you, but you ain't about to do nothing either.
I'm watching to make sure
you watching and you're very vigilant, but you ain't about to bust a move either, so.
I'm not trying to kill around.
They're just.
But I'm making sure they don't kill around me. So, I mean, we kind of experienced this in
the... So y'all in there paranoid. Got it. But
that might be true, too.
Never been in no shit.
Women usually not.
We've never been in no shit.
I mean, no.
No matter where we
I'm always very vigilant on what's going on.
Whether we was in a really hood.
That was very rare.
Or hood spot.
All those was very rare.
Like.
Because I don't play too much in the hood. Sorry.
Right. But yes, like it. Again, I don't have those expectations of how much you should spend on the first date. A lot of our dates was at the gym starting off. We've said this before on the podcast.
And then we both gained. I don't know about how much you gained, but I've gained.
That's another day, another topic.
I'm 50 pounds off. This helps. Red cup, double cup.
We was doing this before. It's just we getting older. So anyway, yeah, I don't have that. I just don't have the expectation.
But you ain't had no expectations, so it's kind of one of those things where it's like you ain't not too worried about what we do on the first date. Because again, we didn't really.
I could have been like very asshole-ish and like.
Asshole-ish.
You want me to meet you at Landmark, like. How about we both get off, get dressed, and go to Del Fresco's?
How about nice to meet you?
Chima's.
But we're gonna cancel this whole date. I'm not going none of that shit you talking about.
Exactly. I'm very like I'm down to earth, and I'm like I can go with whatever vibe. And you said Landmark. I didn't suggest that.
It was cheap.
I don't go there often.
Yo, Landmark.
I was going there with you. Often, but I already passed my like Landmark wave when they first opened. So
I need to get back to Landmark. I got a few things going on this week where I gotta go meet I got some business in the city. So I'll probably go do some Landmark. I haven't had Landmark wings in about 2 or 3 years.
The grilled ones.
Fuck those, the hot ones.
The grilled ones.
I haven't had those in like 2 or 3 years. So yeah. I don't know, man. My wife is very interesting. I will give her this, right? She wasn't very superficial in terms of like, you gotta meet these parameters in terms of what you make or what you bring in or what you gotta do. I kind of had to force certain shit on her. Like, even with the car, like I was going for, however long I was going for. No, I'm gonna get on the bus.
I didn't have a car.
Like, girl, I have a car. I'm not using it, just sitting. I'm paying a note. Just take the car.
And I was paying a note for a broke car.
was like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like one day she called me like,
I was paying a note for a broke
she called me
car.
like crying, like I'm like really just like frustrated because one of them days, you know, I have one of them fucking rainy ass days, one of them cold ass days.
No, you're talking about that. That's the situation that happened at work. I didn't call you. I couldn't call you.
Well, that's true.
Like,
We talked.
I couldn't call you.
We did talk.
We discussed that after the fact. But it was like once you did what you call them, like once I did fly to see you, it was like
yeah.
I think you offered it, or then I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it. And you was like, okay, go get it for my mom.
Yeah.
But you didn't know that happened until you got back home. Like only the people at work knew.
That she was fucking.
Like then I was like fed up. Like we're catching the bus. Like
it's rough. It's rough. I mean, it was real ghetto.
But yeah, I was paying a note for
a car that wasn't working.
That was total. I still was responsible for paying it.
Because she didn't get gap insurance. Always get gap insurance, ladies and gentlemen. Always get gap insurance.
Gap.
So, wow. Even to this day, she knows what the fuck is going on. But gap insurance covers you in case you total your car. And say if you owe $17,000 on your car, $17,000.
I did.
Which
I'm
just throwing a random number.
I owe like 12.
Okay.
$1,000.
So you owe $12,000 and the car's only worth $5,000, but you still got. So now the insurance give you $5,000, but you still owe $7,000. Gap insurance will cover that gap and cover the $7,000. So you walk away free and clear without having any bills.
You didn't tell me that back then.
It was too late.
You
couldn't get it. I mean, I didn't. Too fucking late.
You didn't tell me back then.
What it was, or
you didn't tell me anything about it. Anything. This is my first time hearing it. You know, you probably learn more shit. It's okay.
I've been through a gap. I always got gap insurance. So
allegedly,
it's a fact. I paid the $5,000. No, I paid the $5,000.
Please, anyway.
So moving forward.
But no, we do things totally different today.
We don't. We do not. We fucking do not.
All right, we do.
You tried it, but go ahead. Get your shit off. Go ahead, get your shit off.
No, that's funny.
Tell your lie. Go ahead, tell your lie.
No, I was talking about like in the sense of.
You're lying.
All right, I don't pay nothing, but no, I don't pay nothing. Y'all already know I'm a stay-at-home mom. Well, I kept saying I was a homemaker.
That's where I was going. We was on vacation. It's like, oh, what do you do for a living? I'm a homemaker. Oh, okay, that's great. You make homes. Like, you build homes? No, like, she's a homemaker.
That's what they used to...
That's the back in the day term.
That's what they used to put back in the day, like homemaker. So I thought it'd be funny to like go there and say.
And 2023 homemaker means you build homes.
But they took it literally.
Like she literally makes homes.
Like no, I literally stay home. I make the home. I make the beats.
I sure didn't do that, but go ahead and get this shit off.
I make the I clean the laundry. Like
she does the laundry. I'll give her that.
I make the home, bitch. But no.
The fuck?
That's what I wanted to say.
Oh, to the people?
Get your shit off. No, I thought it'd be funny to say that, but they didn't get it. They didn't get it. So, yeah, that was funny. But no, I don't pay nothing now. But we still have the same
mentality.
It's
changing though.
That we don't be budgeting. We still move how we move. Like
I want to move. So here's what I'll say as the man.
Yeah, as a married couple, because we wasn't married then.
Here's what I'll say as the man of the house, the breadwinner, the big honcho.
Nigga.
King Digga-ling.
King Digga.
No, I'm jumping on my bottom.
Stop it.
Welcome back to our... No, let me stop. Here's what I'll say as the breadwinner of the household. Fiscally, my wife trusts me to handle every single thing. There's been years and years of proven effort of, oh, I got it.
Which still didn't come with 100%.
What do you mean? Trust?
I don't think it's trust. Just it still came with a lot of questions.
Oh, yeah, that's just, yeah. I mean...
That's just me.
So...
I don't know if it's y'all. Let me know in the comments.
To
the people that are homemakers, do you still ask? Do you ask questions like, They say they switching jobs. Do you got 99 questions?
Understanding.
They say they about to do X, Y, and Z. They about to pick up another job. Do you got questions about that second job? Like, I want to know.
Understanding who your spouse is, I think helps. I know in our situation, we've dealt with. Now I think about it, I might have changed jobs 5 times in the last 5 years.
Which, if you were talking to a different woman, that might bring like.
It scared you. But go ahead.
It scared me in the beginning.
Couldn't see what
it wasn't. It didn't even scare me. It scared me in the beginning.
It did.
But you didn't change jobs as much, and it still scared me.
I changed jobs
like,
more now.
It was like, I'm applying for this, and I'm applying for that, and I'm applying for this, and I'm like,
my nigga, what are you doing?
no, what? Why? First of all, I feel like certain jobs, I'm just gonna say it, was beneath him. What are you applying for that for? Like, you don't need to work there. You don't need to work at the airport. Like, no. I wasn't for it. I wasn't with it. I didn't agree. Like, right? I think I was very vocal on like
where I shouldn't be.
You don't need to work there. And I feel like that came before I even quit my job. That was before I even quit my job. You was doing a lot.
Here's what I'll say.
You was doing a lot of thinking about switching before he came into cyber, and Murphy offering you that job. You came into a lot of nonsense, and I still had a job and was questioning. So
So if we're being completely transparent with our audience,
I still was.
Thanks, audience. If we're being completely transparent,
I still was questioning, and I had a job.
If we're being completely transparent with our audience, so I used to work for the post office. I was there for like 5-6 years. I was a regular. Mm-hmm. So that's a career job.
You wasn't a regular when I met you.
Not true.
You wasn't a regular until 2017 when you came back.
I was regular in 2016?
You wasn't. You wasn't.
Okay.
You wasn't.
That might be the truth of that. I'm not sure.
He just forgetting. But you wasn't a regular until August, like July 2017.
Might be true.
When you came back. You came back in May.
Might be true. So either way, I was a regular at the post office. And it's just a career job. Delivering mail, I made decent money. Shit was cool.
I don't know the difference between what wasn't a regular and what was a regular, but you wasn't a regular. Honestly, you officially made a regular.
Honestly, the only difference was that at that time was regular got benefits, like retirement and all that shit. Like, it start counting towards like.
That sounds like a plane.
Oh, I can't. But a regular has like benefits, what could it be? But so at that time I was doing decent in life for a single male, right? I didn't have any things going on. As things transpired, and I met new people and did the Army thing, and I met new people, and things happened. Things did tend to change. New opportunities presented themselves. I took advantage of those opportunities.
Kudos to you.
And then from there, we kind of made different moves. Mm-hmm. Right, and you fast forward to now to where I'm like,
thank God you took that jump.
It's
into the right career.
It's almost like unfathomable, the things you can look at and say, oh shit, how the fuck did I get here from there? Because I remember working for it. It's funny. We were talking to Chris, and we were talking about, bro, we should work at the fucking Independence Hall.
Yeah,
I would never take my kids to Liberty Bell.
That lady brung up the Liberty Bell, and he said,
but
we ain't going back to the Liberty. That's their trauma. That's their trauma.
Total fucking trauma.
They worked there. They quit.
But listen.
They never going back to the Liberty Bell.
You're talking about at the time making 25.
I'm taking my kids to the Liberty Bell.
At the time, you're talking about 2016, 2015, 2014, making $25, $27 an hour. It was great money for a fucking 23, 24-year-old kid, in my mind. But as I'm sitting, I work down, I'm down there every day. And it's downtown, right? So downtown's a different environment. So you see motherfuckers ride by as you're at work, and Lambos and these fancy ass cars, and everybody looks so fucking happy. And I'm just miserable here, standing outside in the
More money,
cold.
more problems.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
No. I got more money and got more problems.
Shut up.
So I'm being honest. That's not the truth.
You the 1%.
Niggas are lying to you. That is not the truth. I got more money, so I don't have more problems. What I have is more responsibility. That's what I have.
Maybe that's what they.
That's not a problem though. That's just managing your fucking responsibility. But as you fast forward, and I could never fathom
Going back to the Liberty Bell. Like, that was just like, y'all was being petty. Like,
no, that was real.
That was like,
real.
we seen the Liberty Bell.
You know what's funny?
Nobody said you're going back there to work.
Remember I was going to take you there?
We're going back. You wasn't about to
I was.
to Liberty Bell. I've been here enough.
I shot Gary a text.
Because
Gary was still down there.
We was down there for like a doctor's appointment or something with Kennedy, like pregnant with Kennedy. You wasn't about to take me to no Liberty Bell. I went to the doctor on April
She ain't never seen the Bell. I was going to show her the Bell, the real Bell.
I took
up
me
in
over
the
there
tower.
numerous summers. Okay. Like, stop it. You not about to take me to the Bell.
All right, show my bougie ass wife. Anyway, so let's bring it back home, guys. We're kind of like, well, Sandra doesn't have a budget. She kind of does and do what she does.
Shug doesn't have a budget. He kind of does what he does. And does what he does.
Here's what I'll say. And this has always been my saying. And a lot of my homies, we're kind of like building up together. And we're kind of like growing together. And my wife is in transition to be where she wants to be. But where I want her to be for like her own personal shit, if God forbid things go haywire, right? As you're going through life and as you're hitting different levels, you start to see like, oh shit, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm going, and that number just like is a different number. But what ended up happening is, and I don't want to sound, I'm trying to make it sound like it's totally like as political as possible without being like an asshole.
Go ahead, because I feel like even when you told me that when you got into the field that you're in, cyber, and you told me the number, and I'm like, are you sure?
Prime example.
You can make that in
that's a great
3 years?
Example. When I first got
because I didn't know. I never heard of
it's unfathomable.
That.
It's unfathomable. For our demographic. It's just not.
You don't know what you don't know. And I said, are you sure? And that, like, I feel like that fueled him, though, at the same time.
So we'll be...
like, he felt like I didn't believe him or I was questioning him, which I'm always questioning. But...
it's not a question of, like, I don't believe in you. It's a question of, like...
he knew and I didn't know.
So... If we're gonna be
and he surpassed that number that he said.
If we're gonna be completely transparent,
before
we had a talk in 2017.
No, it was like
2018.
2020
was that long?
It was 2020. It was during the pandemic.
Fast ride.
Yeah, it was during the pandemic.
I've been smacking him in the head, boy,
all the time.
So
you was back from the army. You was home the full time, not doing nothing. And
okay. So if we're
you had a job technically with the company that you were with, but they didn't have no work or something for you.
They wasn't paying me correctly.
Yeah.
If we're being completely transparent, right?
This is when you was like,
I had a talk with my wife and I said, yo, listen, I'm in the tech. I can hit 6 figures in the next 2 to 3 years. She looked at me and said, mind you think back 3-4 years, I'm looking at $25 an hour. That's a great living. So if you hit 30, 32, it's still great. It's like $70,000 a year. That's still great.
32?
It's like $6,000 a year. I'm like, yo, yeah, because 15 is like 35, so 30 is like...
Bet you don't be knowing how to count sometimes.
No. I'm very good with counting.
I'm just, for disclaimer...
$30 an hour.
If y'all do the math and it ain't mathing...
$30 an hour is close to $65,000, $70,000.
My man be a little off.
But either way, I'm like, yo, listen, this is kind of where I think I'd be at within like next 3 years. And she's like, oh, well, are you sure? I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm rubbing elbows with the right people. I see what's going on. She's like, oh, well, just if you don't get there, just don't be too discouraged.
Yeah, it's
like
okay.
don't like it's okay.
Like, I don't.
It's okay
don't
to shoot
put
for the
all that
stars.
Pressure on yourself.
It's okay to shoot for the stars
if you don't
and not hit the stars,
mm-hmm.
but you'll hit the fucking ground beneath the stars. So instead of hitting 100 grand, you hit 85. But as you sit back, like, oh shit, no, this is definitely.
Which I feel like he took as if I didn't believe in him, but
it might be true too. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I
took that as going back and we had past
Watch this.
conversations.
Watch this.
I feel like he didn't think I believed in him at that moment, and I had to explain to him like I just didn't understand.
It's unfathomable to hear.
I didn't understand. Shit I didn't know.
When you're just not in that world,
where you're talking to these people and they're telling you
what's going on.
They make they're not telling you, but they're telling you
exactly.
And I don't know that.
It's not in those rooms. But now you fast forward 4 years later. My wife is intact.
I'm getting insight because of the money.
Because she sees like, oh shit, no.
If stuff go left,
he wasn't fucking around.
I'm gonna have the money.
This shit is like really where it's at.
But no, and again, I only got in cyber, y'all, because like let's give a little backstory of that. Like I was going back to school anyway for nursing, but nursing was gonna take me out of the house. That was always my passion. But it didn't come with
convenient.
It didn't come with all these kids, these new kids that I got. Mm-hmm. So I was supposed to go back to school after Kennedy. Signed up.
It's not convenient.
Got pregnant. Went back. Was going to go back to school after college. About to sign up. Got pregnant. So like nursing with 3 kids and doing 12-hour shifts just wasn't convenient
it's not feasible
for me. So I want to take care of my kids.
Want to be available.
Yeah. So
IT offers that flexibility.
Actually almost got in like a car accident where it was like I had like, yo, you fell asleep at the wheel. You fell asleep at the wheel.
You use that as a tool to get your shit off.
It motivated.
Not really. Go ahead, get your shit off. Go ahead. I'm not even gonna knock that. Because
I was not thinking about going back to school at all.
Maybe that did it for you.
I wasn't. It was like, yo, what am I gonna do if he fucking died?
I think that was more my concern.
The insurance money is only gonna be
enough to take care of your life.
Yeah, like that's like he always throw out like, oh, the insurance money got you. But yeah, the camera died. But yeah, like I was saying, he will always throw out, you have the insurance money. The insurance money not gonna take care of me forever. I need to have a way to sustain this lifestyle
the insurance money will give you 10 years.
I need to have a way to sustain this lifestyle that we have provided our kids thus far.
And the wild part is
how we spend money. How I
spend money. You're very more feasible than I am. So I spend money versus how you spend money are 2 different things.
But
so
still,
that shit might last me 10. It'll last you 15 to 17. Because we just spend money that differently.
Yeah, is y'all partner there? I'm a little bit more frugal.
Yes.
Than he
That's
is.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing's changed about that. That has been our whole entire relationship. Like
1,000%.
Yeah, like he's very wasteful. Very wasteful. It really bothers me. Like,
it does.
It bothers me.
She always said the children in Africa. You ain't never fucking been to Africa. Like, stop. I've been trying to go to Africa for the last.
I've been saying that to
years.
Samira. When she was little, the kids in Africa didn't eat today, and you're gonna tell me you're not gonna eat this chicken?
Nope. Fuck that chicken.
That's crazy. That's just wild to me.
It's totally wild.
I ate all my food growing up. I was the first done. Okay, my little brothers and sisters, they were still at the table because they need to finish their food. But yeah.
Until you talk to her brothers and sisters, and be like, she's full of shit.
No, but yeah, like that's what like was like. Yo, I need to have something under my belt, like something. And cyber is where the money is. So, and it's never gonna go. It's only gonna expand. Like cyber.
That's a growing market for sure.
It's only gonna get bigger. So it's just like, let's app into that. It's ghetto.
It's not ghetto.
It's very much ghetto, stressful.
She has like a permanent teacher here guiding her through this process. You know. I had to figure it out on my own.
We be figuring it out. When I need help,
so
we be figuring it out. Because he skipped all the steps that I'm going through.
A lot of them.
He skipped everything.
A lot of them.
That I'm going through. So we be figuring it out together. It's not like I could just go to him, do this, and like, if I need a paper written,
skip is a different word.
Possibly, y'all. If I need a paper written, he can write it. But I'm at the point where I'm comfortable writing papers now, right? Because that used to be like my pet peeve. Like
I've gotten to a point in my career.
I can't write a paper, but no, I could write something now.
I've gotten to a point in my career where I've been able to.
I could write.
Accelerate a process, due to my ability to effectively communicate, and my ability to ingest information and regurgitate information in a manner that deems respectable. I can say that. Because of that, and because of my background, military and education,
I think that has a lot to do with it.
All those things play a role, and just how I carry myself in general, right? So those things play a role in my ability to like transform into different spaces, and I can go into different rooms, and I have different backgrounds where I actually manage people and ran businesses. So these things help.
I have that too, but it's not yours.
These things help in the sense of like sitting in these rooms. So within that, I skipped some steps.
In the cyber world.
In the cyber world, I skipped some steps. Which is fine, because I skipped them.
The lower level.
The lower levels, like the low-hanging fruit that you got to go take care of. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to go to him, he's going to knock it out.
Yeah,
like, no, he's going to help me figure it out. Like, you need a teacher, we're going to learn it together. Like, so it's not like it's just like, oh, Suge is doing my work, y'all.
I'm not doing that work, for
He's
sure.
not.
I'm not.
He's not.
I have too much more.
You have your own shit going on.
I have too much other shit going on to literally just
to do my schoolwork. So
let's
just clear that up.
I will provide assistance and I will provide guidance.
When shit get real.
When she like, yo, babe,
it's been real the last 3 weeks.
Fucked up.
For
give me some help.
Weeks.
Then I'll step in. Hey, how we do this?
We'll figure it out together.
We'll figure it out. But
felon is not an option.
No, C's get degrees every day of the week. What I will say is, though, to kind of bring it back home in terms of budgeting and then just financing in general, because I have skipped steps.
It has provided you with
opportunity to obtain more finances. Right? So because of that, you get access into rooms you probably wouldn't expect to be in at this age. For me.
No, I know.
So
as you go, I learn more.
So as I'm sitting in these rooms and I'm figuring out, oh shit, oh no, I'm probably smarter than you. Oh, girl, I've done that. That's not fucking rocket science. Or, hey, I got that. Like, so as I'm sitting in these rooms and I'm figuring shit out, and I'm realizing that as the higher you climb, the more it's about people and not about technical skill. Whereas I'm not saying you don't have to learn technical skill shit. As a must, you got to be able to talk about the shit. Whatever you do, you got to talk about it, right? But the higher you climb, more about people. And what I've learned about me based off the Army, I am a natural born leader. And the way in which I communicate with command shit, and the way in which I just go about my business. So the way in which I carry myself deems just respect. I have 50, 60-year-old men who just will come, oh no, King, you're like, the way you carry yourself is like, you're not taking no boys to nonsense, da-da-da, and they'll follow.
But do you feel like part of that is because I can do whatever you're doing. Even though you don't know it, whatever you're doing, I can learn it.
There's a level. There's a
level of cockiness, or I don't want to call it cockiness. There's a level of confidence. There's a
level of arrogance in which I move, and I feel like.
But they don't know that.
No.
They don't see that. They don't get that. Only I feel like I know that. But
I mean,
to be fair, they don't know that.
To be fair, that's not who I am.
It's like
in general. But my self belief in who I am as a person, bro, I can do that, and I can do it because I've been doing it, and I've done it to a certain extent.
I think even if you don't know it, you still feel like.
And if I don't know it, I still feel like, that's not.
Like, but you're not going to tell them that. You're not going to come off like that.
That's not
you're
who I am.
You're going to come off like
humble and that's who I am.
Mm-hmm. But they don't know.
I do have a level of
I'm gonna go learn that shit.
There's a level of like arrogance in me. Like, I have no. There's no level of like, oh shit, I can't figure this out. It's always level of, I can do that, but it's not. I'm not solving cancer.
But you be in there solving cancer.
But I've been there figuring some shit out.
You be in there solving cancer.
I've been there figuring some shit out.
Because even I'm probably just gonna come to him. So I don't like. Listen, you didn't have me to come to, so it's just you didn't have anybody to come to. So
and it's funny because
you're gonna go figure it out.
And it's funny because
I'm gonna ask him, do you know what they talking about?
I have buddies who've been in cyber for 10, 15, 20 years, right? They're like, yo, the way in which I watch you move in the room, that shit is impressive. Mm-hmm. The way in which you like maneuver within these rooms and talk to these people, and your people skills are just like next level.
I don't think I'll ever have that.
And that's just a natural thing. I think but that's why I want a pod too. Mm-hmm. I think it's just like people think, right? But for me, it's like, yo, no, that's like I can get that off. Which is weird because if you know me, you know I'm not like a fucking. It's not who I am, right?
You're not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna just observe. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch. But when I have the opportunity to speak,
very nonchalant and
1,000%.
I don't.
It's weird, right? It's super weird, right? Because it's like a certain level of confidence. Like, yo, I know you. I know you think that you smarter than all these motherfuckers, or you can do what they do. But at the same time, you're gonna sit back and be like, oh shit, no, they got it. I'm gonna just watch them do it and just like. It's a weird dynamic to be in, but it's great because it's a humbling experience. And it allows you to let motherfuckers lead how they want to lead. And you can learn how they lead. And then you can also take from them what you need to add to your shit so you can be a better person for yourself. So I can watch somebody do how they want to do it. I probably wouldn't do it that way, bro. I don't want this way.
I mean, that's even with marriage.
I mean, it's true.
I get what you're saying, but I'm like, even relating that back to marriage is just like.
But that's how I move too. Because you have to understand.
How y'all might move.
You have to understand.
I can take some of that.
Even within our marriage, so I'm 35. My dad has been married since my dad been with my mom since I was fucking 35. All my life. Mm-hmm. Right? But they've been married like the last 20 plus years. So I can watch how they move within these last 20 years. Oh, shit, you know what? That part is cool. That part is cool. That part is cool. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I want that. I want that. And I can pull. And say, okay, when I met Son, I said, yo, I don't want, it's weird. Life is funny. Life humble you. I don't want to stay at home wife because my mom was stay at home wife and I didn't want that part of my kids.
I don't think you didn't want to stay at home wife because I was very vocal that I was going to be a stay at home mom.
No. So
I was very vocal that if I had a child for you or anyone,
you wouldn't be a home mom.
That I would be a stay at home mom until they go to school. Like I don't want my kids in daycare.
But that's your trauma.
So it's no trauma.
That's your preference.
There's no trauma there.
Okay.
There's no trauma there. Like Samara did well in daycare. I dropped her off at daycare. I went to school myself, high school. So it's no trauma there. It's just like, I just rather have those first years with my kid.
Okay.
Like, you live, you learn.
So when you look back,
I learned. And I was very vocal that if I was going to ever do it for another man to have a kid, I'm not going to work those first few years. I think that's important for them to be home.
Now we're on year 6.
Ghetto. I mean, we had too many kids. We had too many kids.
She probably was 4 years ago.
I love y'all.
Look.
And again, I might not even need to use my degree, but it's definitely going to bring
it's an option.
Some money. If I wanted to get a petty job and still be working from home.
This is how crazy. This is how
if
much.
I still had was working home and got a petty job,
how much life
that
has
work
changed,
from home.
right? Watch this. Define petty.
Call center, taking calls.
Define petty in terms of salary.
Like I call, like even like my like
define
I was
petty
having
in terms
tech.
of salary.
I was having tech issues, and I don't know how much it costs, but I was having tech issues in school, and I couldn't log on to something, and I called somebody, and it was 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, but they helped me get on whatever. But like just like that's a tech job, on call. At home, they're making something. It's probably more than a regular retail job that I was doing makes for sure.
Here's what I'll say.
So that's a petty job in cyber that can make
that's not cyber. Here's what I'll say.
It's computers, it's networking.
It's technology.
Yes.
It's tech.
Yes, it's a tech job. Tech jobs, they come at all different levels.
That is a fact.
And you can make money at all different levels. So that's just one of the, like, I don't want to say petty, but smaller level jobs that'll still make you more than retail.
Here's what I'll say. As you sit back and you're in this field and you had the opportunity to be in this field, she hasn't gotten into the field yet, but I have the ability to kind of guide her career along with other people who kind of reach out to me for like information and guidance or like they take career.
Because that's what your business does. Amplify course.
My business is, no, it doesn't.
It doesn't help guide them through the tech.
My business is multifaceted and it covers a lot of different shit. From development of applications to government contracting. To fucking
this is not what we talked about, but go ahead.
It's all part of the model.
Go ahead. You learn something new every day, guys. Go ahead. From your spouse. Go ahead.
I'm going to hear about this later.
No, you're not.
What I'm saying is, she don't give a shit till the money comes in. This joke here. What I'm saying is, as you're going through these spaces, you kind of be in these rooms. Oh shit, I can do this. I can do that. I can do that. It's all coming back to like, oh shit, there's money everywhere.
Yeah.
And you can fucking touch.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money everywhere.
In tech. And everywhere.
And my mindset is, bro.
You gonna go get it.
I can get it all. I can get it all. I can
literally watch. I'm not there yet.
I can watch and I can see what's going on. I can understand my skill set. For, oh shit, I can fucking get all of this.
I might have that once my bachelor's is in my hand. Once my bachelor's.
Honestly, it's not even the degree. I mean, it helps. It helps.
A degree in cyber will definitely break me into.
There's a level of like confidence. There's a level of like fuck you it gives you, but it's also like, now see, I'm being serious. There's levels like, yo, I got my degree in da 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 da, or I have research and I have da da da. But so there's a level of like
cockiness.
Check my credentials before you start talking shit to me. It's that, but at the same time, it's also like that's the end all be all, because you can have all those things and can't probably communicate. And
I can probably communicate. I probably communicate to you all the time, and you don't fucking understand.
That's debatable.
But you know,
debatable because you ain't communicating properly.
Like lies, you can properly communicate. And your spouse still does not understand 1 + 1 = 2.
Here's what I'll say. Back to like on point, right? We don't have budgets in my household.
We never been budget people.
That's not who we are.
And that's how we met.
That's how we met.
I mean, we tried.
In 2023, today is August 15th. We are currently working on...
Well, it's the 16th because it's after midnight.
That's true. We are currently working on, not we, by we I mean I am currently working on budgets.
I'm not working on it? I'm a part of it, am I not? You tell me what to use, what not to use, what not to spend, what like.
My wife is a part of everything I do because I talk to my wife about everything that I do.
Yes.
He's very. I'm very transparent. Hey, well, here's what I need. Here's what we are. That's what the money I have in the account. That's what the money don't have in the account.
This is what card you should use.
This is the card you should use.
He does not say.
But you can and can't spend on that card.
Can't, yeah.
But here's the card you do use. This is the card you should use.
Stop using the card I previously told you to use. I still use my own credit cards because I have a lot of my own credit cards. I still just do me. Like, I don't feel like I ever have to, like...
Ask
for permission, especially if it got to do with the kids. If I say we going to the Funplex, we going to the Funplex. If we're going to the zoo, we're going to the zoo. And if you're coming, you're coming. Like, so you're added on to that expense as well.
And I'm paying.
You're part of the fee.
It's all my PM cover.
Yeah, so I don't... Like, even, like, big purchases, I don't feel like there's big purchases that I've made. I'm not that person. Whereas might be that person. I don't know. My big purchases might come. My big purchases might come when I'm spending it on you. And I don't feel like I gotta ask.
I can see that.
And they might not be on your credit card because you can see them. I don't want you to see I spent $400 at Walmart. Because then you might be like, well,
or Target.
Like, or Target. Because, like, I just don't be spending that much anyway. I don't.
It's a red flag.
I just don't, I don't spend that much, so it's definitely like a...
What the fuck is you got going on here?
A light bulb. Like, what's going on? What did you... I ain't see you come on with shit. What did you spend $400 at Target on?
Definitely.
No. Mm-mm. So I might use my own cards to pay for gifts for him so he don't know what's going on. But to spend $400 on myself, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. But yeah, the camera died. But like I said, again, I don't spend $300-$400 on myself. Like, I don't do that. That's not me. I feel like I do discuss with him if I need to spend that much. I don't feel like I do.
Should give me a pre-warning.
I don't even feel like even I feel like, as an example, I still haven't pulled the trigger. Because sometimes I feel like I need him to pull the trigger for me to spend that much. Something that costs like over $500 that I haven't spent the trigger on, and a lot of y'all been sending it to me recently, but y'all don't know that she's been in my cart for a year or two now.
January 2022.
It's been in my Amazon cart, saved for later since forever. But the Wonderful wagon. The wagon.
Oh, we're not buying that shit. Go ahead.
Don't play with me.
I'm not playing.
Don't play with me. Like, yeah. It was even one point I feel like you said just buy it, like, or something like. And you gotta call his bluff when he say that. Like cause he'd be like, well, why you ain't get it? I told you to get it. But in the same sense, you said we're trying to save. So when he say get it, you gotta get it, and you gotta hurry up and buy. You gotta hurry up and buy. You know, he's one of those Chinese people who like get up the store.
Don't be racist.
No, but they be like, no, I'm not. But in the Chinese store, and they walking around, they looking at you and hurry up and buy. Yeah, he's one of those hurry up and buy or get out. What are we talking about? Like
wasting my money.
Yeah, like you looking for too long, so you need to hurry up and buy, or what are we still talking about it? So I've learned to like call him on his bluffs about stuff. If he say hurry up and buy, that means he got the money, y'all. And you better buy it now, because he might not have that shit later. So yeah, that's what I learned. But you
still don't buy.
But even certain stuff like spending $100 on a blanket because he wants to have luxury linens is like, okay, well, I've seen it, but I can't do that. I cannot. I cannot. I'm not. I'm the reasonable one. I like it. I want it. $100?
Just to be in the bag.
90. I'm trying to look for a coupon. If y'all, my friends know me, I need a coupon.
Ain't no coupons.
It wasn't for this blanket. So he went to the store and he bought the blanket.
It's a very good blanket.
And
it's
an excellent blanket.
That's a fucking push your bed.
But I had to send him because
she wasn't gonna buy it.
I couldn't. But they had all the nice blankets. Like you go buy it. That's just not something
she's comfortable with yet.
It's not even something I just want to spend money on.
Here's what I'll say.
You know, we all have those purchases as women that we want our man to buy. It don't matter if we have the money or not. It's going to the same account. Like, we just need them to buy it. Like, we're not spending our money on that.
Here's what I'll say. As the more mature we get, the more we grow. Her level for spending would change. She's not there yet.
I don't think so. I think I will always be frugal at heart.
I'm with you.
There's certain stuff like technology that I would spend on. Because I had to learn that with my friends. Like, maybe bags, shoes is not my thing. It's not my thing. But like electronics, gadgets, that's my thing. Like, it's a certain camera that I wanted. I bought. There's no question. Like, I had it, I bought it.
We had it, she bought it. More of the story is...
The toaster.
More of the story is...
The toaster, I asked for a gift.
She don't have a fucking budget. Nah, that's the more story.
I don't have a budget.
We don't have a budget.
It depends on what it is.
We figure shit out along the way.
I love technology stuff.
What I think is going on now is...
Petty stuff, I don't know.
I think as we get older, and we get longer and longer within the space where we're actually in, we become more conscious of what we're spending. I think that's where we are now.
I don't think that's the case. I don't. You can say that. That should sound good. But that's not the case because you will buy anything.
Not now.
You will. You just bought our baby a $50 baby doll.
You gotta relax.
We keeping it real for these. Yeah. We keeping it transparent.
That was a very good doll.
He just bought our 1-year-old a $50 baby doll. When she has a lot of baby dolls that she plays with.
Not this one.
And she doesn't pay that one any more specific attention than she does the. So again.
So thank you guys for viewing the Life Harry podcast. We are here. My applause. They cheered me. My wife is trying to throw me under the bus. I guess my daughter. It's jealousy. Women are crazy. Women are crazy.
Just buys anything. Very wasteful.
Here's what I'll say. To wrap things up.
We want to get better.
We want to get better at how we're managing our funds.
How do we all do it?
We're not bad, right? We obviously have savings.
We're on the verge of being better.
We have savings. We have whatever we have to do. We're not broke. We're fine.
Yeah.
In terms of like managing money.
I want to hear other people's situations.
Yeah.
Like, let us know in the comments.
As like married couples or couples.
How do y'all do it? Because we just out here wilding.
Wow, that's crazy. We're out here figuring shit out.
Y'all here wilding.
She hasn't figured out how to do that good part yet. Simon, she figured it out.
I will finish in order in a minute, okay?
We're out here
I'll spend $200 on Amazon in a minute.
Working through things, trying to figure things out. My wife was like, somebody take her mic. She's tripping. Let me her mic. She's tripping. We're figuring things out. Things are moving accordingly. We'd love to hear how you guys are moving with the relationship.
No, really.
Are you guys 50-50, 60-40, 80-20?
I don't think that just matter. Like, do y'all put money in the account together? Do the bills come out of that account? And then whatever y'all pay. Like, but what about those stay-at-home moms that, like, don't bring any money? Like, how do y'all...
Paying your part. Are you paying with sex?
You might bring... Y'all might bring some money
Are you paying
to
with
the
sex?
household with y'all
Are
little
you paying with ass?
Because I have YouTube that bring a little money, but that's like play
little few
money.
$100 ain't doing shit.
That's a little play money. So like, if that was thousands, I definitely probably would be buying
Yes.
dumb stuff. Dumb stuff because I can.
Air horn.
But like, yeah, the stay-at-home moms is
They
really
definitely playing with ass.
what I want to hear from, because like, what are y'all doing? How do y'all? Excuse me. Are y'all asking for money?
What are you doing?
I'm not asking.
What are you paying with?
Don't believe me.
Fucking look at it.
Don't fucking believe me.
Ass.
Like, I guess if that's what it calls. I need to be paying with more ass if I need some more money then. So, if that's how we paying.
Talk to him, God.
Like, what? But, yeah.
She needs some more money. I got her.
Like,
I got her. We got him.
I am definitely the more fruitful.
We fucking got him. Listen. This was fun. We'll be back next Thursday with a new topic. I don't know what it's going to be.
Whatever y'all want us to discuss, let us know in the comments,
We'll try to figure things
because we can discuss whatever topic y'all have interest in as well, because we want y'all to listen. Duh.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the love has been received coming back. We have, like, the YouTube channel has been, like, getting more views. My streaming service is getting more views.
That's amazing.
They're definitely up from what we were when we started, right? Thank you guys for listening. It's definitely been a pleasure. Hopefully you share the podcast with somebody else, any other married couple. Again, we're just the same old. We're trying to figure this shit out, man. We rolling.
We just be winging it.
We're winging it. We got a few ring lights.
Winging light.
And a few stand mics and a MacBook and a Rode Cluster Go. We're good to go. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.